those are really good to like post you, tag you.
You can. I when I make them, I'll send them to you.
All right.
Email it to myself, and then I'll just send you a text.
Okay.
All right, I mean, you ready? You ready? You good?
Yeah.
All right. Mic check. One Masters Podcast, your host, man, of course. I got a special guest across from me, my guy, Josh. How you doing, man?
All right. Thank you for getting me back in here.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I wanted to, we did one, and I still thought it was phenomenal, but I wanted to focus more on the business aspect of this, and what you got going on. And I did feel, once we did it, it's my job, really, to make sure that a picture is painted. And I want to paint the picture of just garnishing you support for your business.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. And I feel like sometimes when you're doing business, it's hard to mix other things with it because being a political town, and I was like, okay, maybe you spoke about this, spoke about that, and you spoke about the business in between, and that's not a good sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, so would they get this far, or would they care about that, or they don't care about hip-hop, or care about the forest stuff? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what, let me do one solely on the business, talking about that, and expound more on that just so people can know you got the knowledge for it and stuff like that. So it was just a call I made. Once I started editing it and looking through, I'm like, It's just a feel I had. I had, you know what I'm saying?
Once you sent that text, I was like, you know what, that's a great point. Especially with when you are mixing business, because the other two topics, man, most of my customers probably wouldn't side with me on some of that stuff.
That and on top of that, like I said, some of it was mine because, like I said, we did miss a file in there, and I just felt like, you know, we had a general conversation, which was dope. Those are good for having general conversation, but when we talk about business and wanting to promote, we got to come up here and be ready. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make sure we knock that out. So first thing I want to ask is for you, first of all, you in the pest control business?
Yes. Yeah.
So before we get into your business stuff like that, just tell us a little bit about that business and how you got involved in that.
Totally.
Were you one of them kids that grab cockroaches and show them your mom? And
Yeah. We used to go
No,
around.
yeah. What you mean? Yeah.
Like
It's not normal.
No, it's not normal. But now we used to, when we was kids, we would go around the yard and like pick up bugs and stuff, and then most of them died. But we would do it. And now, honestly, how I got in the bug business, it was really an accident. I was looking up jobs, and it said advanced. I thought it was Advanced Disposal, the trash company. I was like, oh, I'll do sales there. Sure, let's go. And so I did everything online, and then they called me for the interview. And when I walked in, I realized it was a bug company. And what's crazy about my interview is the night before I was training this guy who had to fight in Russia. And I trained that Sunday for like 2 hours that morning. He called me that evening. He was like, man, let's go up here and train. And so I ended up training for 4 hours that day.
4 hours?
Man, it was rough. It was really bad. And that night, I'll never forget this. I ate some chicken that night. And in the middle of the night, man, I couldn't, like, I had a stomach virus or something. And I was throwing up. I was tired. I was weak. And I almost didn't go to that interview. And I'm glad I did, because I remember when I started there, I was making like $12 an hour, and then I ended up making six figures. But if I wouldn't have showed up, like, it would have never like got me to where I'm at.
Probably making $15 an hour now.
I'd probably be making 15.
And no disrespect, you might make $15 an hour, get your money. I'm just throwing it out there because I'm pretty sure everybody prefer the six figures.
Yeah, but the people making 15, they can make six figures too. I worked 6 days every week. I'm not kidding, for over 5 years, and I never missed a day of work, ever.
How you feel about that? In fact, no, I'm gonna say that because I know more. So when we get to it, I'm gonna come back to that. All right. So, what company? What was the company you was with?
Yeah, it was with Advanced Services.
Okay.
Yeah, local company, big company, and then what happened was they basically sold to a corporate company, and man, I'm not real fond of like I was loyal to certain people there, and then when they left, that's kind of
was it like management changing, or like a change in hierarchy, or just the employees there?
Yeah, most people
system rather.
Yeah, it basically it was a change in hierarchy. Like, most of the people stayed, but there was a parent company, multiple parent companies, from what I understand. Like I think the mother company's in Switzerland, and when you work for that type of company, I mean they still treat you right and stuff, but like you can't walk in and talk to the big boss, right? It was a different vibe, and I didn't.
And you weren't used to that.
Yeah, and I wasn't interested in getting used to it.
Well, what were some of the reasons you did love the company? Because to work 6 days straight for 5 years,
yeah,
that's love.
man, it was. And
Did you get them a Valentine's Day gift every year?
nah, they I got paid well, so that's where. Nah, they look. That was a phenomenal company. I have no issues with them, but they had like basketball goals and a gym. I mean, they had a lot of amenities. I could come and go to work as I wanted. As far as if I had to go train, I could take the work truck to the gym. Just a lot.
You mentioned that, so I'm because I know some of this from last time, but like you mentioned, you was like how when this company got bought,
yeah,
that they took your trucks and stuff.
Yeah, they inventoried them. So like they went in there and like as soon as they sold this company, they called us in. This is how it happened. They called us in, and they said, and I thought it was just another meeting. And I remember someone telling me to clean my truck before the meeting. I was like, that was weird, but I did it. And but what happened as soon as they announced it, they had a guy out there like inventorying all the vehicles, which is I understand like the
when you say that, you mean like they going in searching it, taking stuff out, or
they got one of this, and basically when you sell a company, you sell it with anything. You say, well, this includes 50 of these.
Okay.
So they're inventorying it, and I get that part. It was just like very traumatic. Like you almost felt like you were being violated a little bit. People going through your stuff. Not that they were doing it in that sense.
It's how you felt though.
Facts, and that's how everybody else.
5 years, 6 years, 6 days a week. It's your truck. It's my truck.
That's how I felt.
It's my truck.
Yeah. There was a level of like you felt like you felt a sense of ownership there, and when it happened, I never thought it would, and it felt, man, it hurt me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
And I think that's what I was trying to kind of get out of you last time too, like just that part, because you just mentioned, you worked this company 6 days a week for 5 years straight.
Never missed a day of
work. But and not once again, I'm not trying to like start a drama thing or like that, but this company decided to sell though.
Sure.
Were any of y'all aware of that before, or y'all just found out that day?
That day. I mean, look.
Did you feel like a little bit of betrayal from the company at all?
For sure.
So so more hurt probably came from that, and then the mixture with all other stuff. It's like, well, what the fuck is going on? I had to get y'all 6 days.
Man.
6 days a week, 5 years out of my life.
Yeah.
At least y'all could have did was tell me, hey, look, we thinking about doing this.
For sure.
So just be prepared.
Yeah, I think like. And I get them selling it. I mean, they earned it. They built that thing up, and they wanted to enjoy their later years. Yeah, I get it. And I understand why they didn't tell us in a sense, because people would have done what I did sooner and left, right? And it creates a sense of turmoil. So I understand like both sides. And I'm not saying I was entitled to know, but I am entitled to leave just like they are.
Right.
I did the same thing they did. And I mean, they wanted me to stay, but I just felt that
well, I think too, a lot of times when you're comfortable somewhere, right? And I had this conversation because I left a place that I was very comfortable at. 7 years worked there, pretty much like you. Couldn't do what I want to do, but I worked so hard that I was able to get those amenities of coming in when I wanted to, coming and going as I please, right? And when you sometimes you do that for so long that you outgrow whatever's there. But when you're so comfortable, you don't see that until you need to be uncomfortable. And it's beauty in being uncomfortable, because now you're a business owner, which we'll get into in a minute. But
right,
without that sense of uncomfortableness, you would still be comfortable right now just doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah, no, dude, that's a really good point, because when I was there very quickly, and none of this is to brag, right? It's just the facts. Because if I didn't do good, I'd have to tell you I didn't do good, right? So
hope so.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, but I went there very quickly and got promoted because of just my work ethic and whatnot. And I sold millions of dollars in that industry. That's a lot. But it not only was I loyal, my work ethic was good, but I had the technical side as far as all the credentials. I mean, I was flawless in that aspect. And then I was flawless in attendance and punctuality, and with numbers, right? Yeah.
I'm about to look up Flawless real quick. Go ahead.
Go ahead. So when I left, I tried to. When I made the decision, I was like, I'll go work for another company in the area, and they all wanted me, man. The resume, because when the combination of all that is undeniable, right? And but I tried to work for a company. It wasn't. I literally believe I came from not just one of the best companies in the industry, but one of the best companies in the area. Like they could compete with any, you know, how companies treat you good.
Right.
Yeah.
When I think of pest control, I always think of Borden first. Is that the number one in the nation or no?
Nah, they're just family. They're small. They're a family company.
So who's like number one?
Number one in the nation is owned. I think it's Rollins. They own, but Rollins is kind of the. I'll put it in perspective for you. The company I work for has 60% of the market in the CSR, and there's like 40 companies. But so if there's a customer in this area, over half of them are with one company. Okay, it's only a $6 million company. Rollins, who owns many companies, is $2.2 billion. But
Gotcha.
they own Orkin. You wouldn't know they were on. When you see
Orkin, that's another one. Yeah,
but Orkin is not. Orkin's owned by Rollins. You didn't know that.
I never heard of Riley's.
The company that bought Advanced is like $1 billion, and they have bought like 6 companies.
I'm not gonna lie. This sounds way too American for me.
Sure,
it's a lot of companies owning 5 different things and competing with each other, but really not competing with each other because that one person make all the money.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's what it is.
That sound like Coca-Cola and Powerade and all that stuff. Like they all the same.
That's
all
what it is. You own your competitor, right?
I want to ask you something real quick because you used this word, so I did look it up.
Yeah.
Flawless says without any blemishes or imperfections.
Yeah.
Perfect. Without any mistakes or shortcomings.
Right.
So you were flawless in that aspect, though.
I think so.
Hey, yes, I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Now, I wasn't perfect in regards, like I made mistakes there, but in terms of like attendance, flawless.
Got you.
Yeah,
I
in
get
terms
you saying.
of certain qualities.
Got
Yeah.
you.
Now, did I have conflict there? Sure. But like someone told me the other day, I was like, Josh, you ruffled some feathers while you were there. And I said, yeah, but so did Michael Jordan. Like when you work with people, and when I send you paperwork, I send it to you in a timely manner. You expect it in a timely manner, so I expect it to be handled in a timely manner, right? Like this, I have a lady right now I'm dealing with. She wanted me to do this thing. I told you the other day at 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
I did it 6 the next morning. But I had to call her 3 times this week to get my money. But you wanted it done ASAP.
But the money wasn't there ASAP.
You wanted Michael Jordan results from me, but I can't get Michael Jordan results from you. You see what I'm saying? And so like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant's known for causing problems, right? But
yeah, definitely.
He was flawless.
Definitely.
So.
Kobe gonna say that now. We can't. I ain't gonna get into all that though. But yeah, shout out to Kobe, Mike. Though that's actually a great comparison to you. I like that. That was dope.
Yeah, but I did have I caused some problems there because of my
attitude.
No expectations.
Yo, I like you. Man. You said not my attitude, my expectation.
That's how it is, dude.
Hey, that's funny because really, when you think about it, it's like there's a difference for real, but it's not a difference at the same time. That's funny. Like not my attitude, my expectations.
Dude, that's it.
I like that.
That's it, Bob.
I'm a manager. I'm gonna use that. Man, I like your attitude. Hey, you don't like my expectations.
That's it.
Get it right. I like
That's
that.
That's it.
So let's talk about because you left the company.
Yes.
And that's kind of what started you to start your own company. So talk about that, the name of it and all that stuff. And
yeah, so basically November 1st, I launched Sherill's Pest Solutions. So what I wanted to do was open my own company, not for the money. I just wanted to be able to do something I want to do, make some money, and then really serve people I want to serve. Like that is my goal. Like every customer I got, I picked them. Every one of them. And if I don't want them, I don't got to keep them. So like I'm gonna have like the best job in the world as it grows.
Right.
Like any house I show up to, I ain't got to worry about no Karens.
No Karens.
No Karens, no Kens, whatever you want to call them. Like so that's the
no Kens.
The male.
We call him Josh.
We can call him Josh. No,
just Joshing.
No. But yeah, I opened it, and some of the things I offer, by the way, of course, I can do the pest control, like for roaches and spiders and stuff, but I can do rodent control,
right?
Bed bugs, fire ants.
Bed bugs. Hold on, you not scared of doing bed bugs?
Nah.
You realize that if one just jump on you, you could take them home with you.
That's right. Yeah. But I got the secret sauce. So I can, like, if I bring them home, I just walk out to the chemical room.
Okay.
And then hit them with that sauce.
That sounds funny, but look, I had a couple. I'm glad, and I see, and me working where I work, this is good to know this stuff because sometimes people do come ask me about bed bug stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you know, like I know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Go buying that bed bug control. It's not it. It's not the answer.
It's not the answer.
That is not the answer. You're making somebody rich. That's not gonna solve your problems.
It's not.
Wait, what you said? You do a Michael Jordan pay, but you're not getting Michael Jordan results.
That's it.
Because you're going. And I don't think they understand it when I tell them that sometimes. I think sometimes when they come to our bed bugs and bed control and stuff, I think when I tell them the truth, they get they kind of sag. They're like, oh, I want you to sell it to me, not sell it to me. But I'm like, I'm trying to make sure you're not coming back to me saying, hey, it didn't work. Right. Because what's going to happen. It's not going to work.
Oh, yeah. It ain't going to work. Like that stuff in that you sell like at retail stores.
Right.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to tell them right now, man, this is the answer to bed bugs, right? Cheryl's Pest Control.
That's it. Like, that's it. Just tell them.
There we go. That you the answer to bed bugs.
Until I tell them it's like $2,000 or $3,000.
Hey,
that's when they.
But it's like, so my thing with that is it's the sense of knowing it's going to be done the correct way.
Yeah, I had a lady call me the other day. She called me this week. She said, Josh, I got bed bugs. So I was talking to her about it, and I said, well, this is how much it's going to cost. I told her it was like $1,500. She said, what? What are you going to do? I said, she was like, well, these other companies are cheaper. And I said, yeah, but the other companies, like what a lot of these companies do, like it's.
Oh yeah, give us the secret sauce.
Nah, I don't care. Like a lot of, it's easy, like in the bug world, it's easy to say you got bugs because you, as the customer, didn't do something, right?
Right.
Man, you didn't clean up. You still got
soda.
Yeah. You still got the food debris in here and all this, right? I don't make the sale unless they agree to do everything I ask them to do. That's a good salesman. That's a good business owner, right? Because I've like
good expectations.
Good expectations.
There we go.
So, because here's why, right? It's an agreement. You're agreeing. I'm telling you, I'm gonna meet you in the middle. I'm gonna get rid of all these bugs. That's a lofty expectation to say all these bugs are gone forever.
Right.
That's what you expect from me. Now meet me in the middle. I need you to sweep, mop, vacuum, do A, B, C, and D, and it'll work. You got fleas? I can get them. Is your dog on medication? No. Well, I'm not going to treat till you put them on medication. The other companies, they ain't going to tell you that. You see what I'm saying? And I think, like, sure, I'm going to lose jobs because of that. That's okay, though. But every customer I get, I'm going to keep them forever. Most of them.
Is it important for you to stay true to yourself and what you know, like, right from wrong? Because I know a lot of times the thing about the dollar, it can bring a lot up. It can change a person.
Yeah.
Just $1. A quarter, matter of fact. We say a quarter. Any monetary, it can change a person's values, morals. It just changes them, right? Is it important to you to stay true to self and what your thoughts are right now as you start initializing your business and start growing from there?
Bobby, all these people we talking about are after I lost my job Tuesday.
Oh, hold on real quick. Jermaine.
Oh, I can't call you Bobby.
My name's not Bobby, yeah. I'm sorry. My name isn't Bobby. I'm sorry.
Bobby Boucher, man.
No, yeah, but...
I knew your name was Jermaine,
Okay. I didn't know if you knew.
No, I did.
I just happened to have this conversation the other day and somebody was like, well, how you supposed to know? I'm like, whoa, chill. It's just,
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So, if I knew you knew, I wouldn't have said nothing. My bad.
No, you're good.
It's all good.
I think it's part of your branding, though. But I can call you Jermaine.
You can call me Maine, yeah. It's fine, yeah.
I got you.
There we go.
But, no, what I'm saying is you have to stay true to your values. I lost my job Tuesday, and all these people we're talking about happened after Tuesday when I started grinding harder, right? I could have made $1,500 on that bed bug job like that, but I had to still do like what I thought was the right thing. That way I could sleep good at night.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Because I know if I do everything I'm supposed to, I'm going to build something sustainable. I want every customer I got to know, like from day one, I was real with them. And I expect them to be real with me. You
definitely listen to Lil Durk. I like that. Yeah, you sound like for real. So what all? So you offer everything: pest control, bed bugs, all that stuff.
Yeah, termite. I can do mildew under a house. Like
I see wildlife trapping, remove insulation, attic insulation. Yeah. Mildew control, mosquito, rodent, fire ant control.
Yeah, everything. If it's a bug, I can probably get it as long as it's a true pest. People want me to get rid of bees or ladybugs. Man, we can't really. You don't want to do that.
Right.
So,
let me ask you a question. This is just a general. I don't know. So, how do okay? I don't know if you could, and I don't know if you could tell us this on camera. I don't know if it's something they got to buy or whatever. How do you get rid of German roaches?
Okay.
How do you get rid of German roaches?
Huh. Well, here's what I'll tell you. Here's how the customer helps me get rid of them.
Okay.
So, the best thing the customer, for when the customer, if they clean up, they sweep, they mop, they vacuum, it's not going to get rid of them. Now, what it's going to do is make it harder for them to survive. See what I'm saying? So, like, they inbreed, they eat each other, they're gross things, right? So, like, the best thing people can do for those types of roaches is to keep a clean house to prevent them altogether. But once they get in the walls, they take off. But a lot of these companies don't want you to get rid of them.
Why is that?
Well, so, man, this is where, like, all right, so I did a job for my uncle. I wanted him as a customer. I wanted him to be paying me $30 a month for 5 years versus $300 for 1 month, right? Because in the long game. But I had a question for him. I said, how you want to do this? I said, you want them gone forever, or you want me to just knock them down and just keep milking the cow for every month? And he said, I want them gone forever. I knew it was going to cost me, but I was like, well, if you want them gone forever, I can do it, and I have them gone like 6 weeks, and I did it. And but most companies, their thinking is the long-term thing, right? And I think long-term, but I always think, like, what do they want? Mm-hmm. If I wanted to, I could knock them down and keep enough around, just enough to keep me getting paid. But, man, I don't do that. I think there's an ethical side. And I just, these other companies, that's what a lot of them do. They keep the roaches down just enough to where you keep paying them.
There's a term for that, actually. I can't think of a term right now. I heard it plenty of times because where I work, I hate to throw anybody under the bus.
Sure.
Where I work, let's say we got a quote unquote IT guy. Let's just say that we have one, right? The thought is that he comes and fixes bare minimum, so that we have to keep calling him to come fix.
Yeah, you always need him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can't think of a term right now, but it's a term we always say, and it's called job security. That's what they call it. Job security.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah. So like we gonna kill a little bit of roaches, but we'll be back next month.
That's right.
Because they still gonna be around. We just can't get rid of all of them.
Yeah. And that's why I ask them up front, like, what's your goal? And that's it. Do you want all the bed bugs gone or some of them? Because if you want some of them, you got to call somebody else.
Yo, imagine that. I just want some of them gone.
Man, you'll be amazed.
It's not that crowded in the house, but
no. Well, some people had them their whole life, right? So they're like, man, if I can only see 5 a day instead of 500, I'm good. But I'm like, dude, if you do it right, they're all gone.
Come on, bed bugs?
Well, roaches.
Oh,
roaches. Yeah, not bed bugs. I got one I'm about to post this. I'm loading it. I got some good stuff coming in January, like drone
videos and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, drone footage and like some pretty fancy. You'll see.
Let me ask you this: what's the craziest customer you had to date?
Craziest customer, like, oh man, I've had some almost attack me. Really, they always think I'm trying to hit on their woman, man.
Well,
and I ain't.
You sure?
I'm not, man. I don't know what it is. I had a couple of them. I've been confronted at a gas station. I'll tell you a funny story. One time I was in Tanglewood, and I was just driving, and this guy was pulling out, and I had the right of way because I'm on the road, and I didn't think nothing about it. And I kept going. I could tell he got mad. Well, the next day, it was a Saturday. I'll never forget this. I pull up to the Circle K near Highland, and I see this guy, big guy, tattoos.
Where the Blimpies at?
That's it.
It's a Blimpies in there,
yeah. Yeah. And I pull up. I done forgot about this dude from yesterday. I didn't think nothing about it. And he actually walked up to me, and he was mad. He remembered me.
From the day before?
Yeah, I was like, well, he's backing out his driveway. I'm not supposed to stop. I didn't even think that. I was like, all right, he don't know the laws. I kept moving. And he actually confronted me, man. I had to give him the business a little bit.
You had to fight him?
Nah, I kind of told him, like, you know.
Nah, I don't know. Nah, but I ain't gonna put you on the spot. But
I told him what was up, and I was like, man, I don't know.
You just doing this. So you were servicing his household or something?
No, it was literally random.
Oh, it just was.
And he remembered me, and we just so happened to run into each other at the gas station. And he came. He was very confrontational. And then I'll say this: when I got done giving him the business, he asked for an application.
Well, let me ask you this, because you're a white guy. Do you feel like sometimes when you're out and about, or you are getting confronted, or whatever the case may be, and I say they don't know you from social media, I say they just see you that day.
Yeah.
Do you ever get this sense of like somebody like they asking for something they don't know what they're asking for? Because you do fight, like you fight for a living, like you can probably kill somebody with your bare hands.
Right.
Certain moves you got, what the
yeah, right,
moves,
yeah.
and you probably can kill somebody.
Sure, with their own body.
But they don't know that.
Right.
Do you ever in your mind be like, you don't know what you're asking for, man. Trying to not do this to you, but you asking for it. But because, and I know like I'm black, so I know like sometimes you just the general consensus is that white people are sometimes inferior to black guys. So you might feel like because you're black, like you can just beat them up just because you're black. It's not how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's how I feel. Or just because you're a gangster, or just because you carry a gun, whatever, but you might can't fight. But do you ever feel like, yo, I really can do it to you. I'm trying not to do it to you.
Right.
So just chill. Like, so how do you get somebody to chill before you actually have to, do that thing you be doing? Pause.
Like with him, like I never tell him I know how to fight. I'd usually like I listened to him. I was like, man, look, it's over with. Like it was yesterday. My bad if you feel that way. But he kept on, and that's when I was like, look, man, if you want to do it, we can do it. And I think I actually told him that I'll beat his ass and get him locked up on the same day. So, I mean, he's the one being aggressive, right?
Yeah, I think sometimes you come off as because you twitch a lot, you do a lot of stuff, so you come off as maybe it can be seen as timid. Yeah, but it's not that. You just kind of in your own world. You just do your own thing.
I was pumping gas, dude, and I didn't think nothing about it. But yeah, at a certain point with him, he it did start to like be, because when you think about the news and stuff, man, and you see stuff happening on the news, like I was like, man, how do I? Like, you don't want to tell them that until you have to tell them that. And then that's when, and then they always look at my ear. My ear usually gives the
because you got the UFC fighter's ear.
Yeah, but like
Can you hear out there?
Yeah. Oh, okay. But like you, honestly, like I don't want to ever fight nobody because like, this is gonna sound crazy, but it is boring. Because like we get people, like I get those kind of people every day that sign a waiver to get it. See what I'm saying? And
but fighting somebody not that can't physically fight with you, it just makes you feel like a bully, really.
Yeah, and dude, once you know what you can do, like I'd rather do it against another like trained killer,
right,
and not. And then all right, let's say I get in a fight with this dude, right? And I let's say it is self-defense, okay? I still got to go to court to prove it. I might lose my job. I'm worried about it every night. I'm like, what if the judge don't see it in this sense? Then I got medical bills. And if I choke him, now you're looking at like aggravated assault. You see what I'm saying? So like, you think you want to fight until you want to fight. That's why all these guys with these guns, man, concealed weapons and, asking for trouble. They want it till they end up in court having to defend themselves. Right. It might not go their way.
Well, that was a little much, but no, that was good. I think that's good because it's you, you know. But you didn't, like I said, you didn't do nothing wrong. I'm just asking questions about that. Yeah. But I wanted to ask you like, and I asked that question that I asked initially just because I do know that sometimes people could take what they see, and it's not all it is to be a person. You know what I'm saying? But somebody that knows you from MMA or know you from Facebook, social media, they already know he's trained to do this. Let's not bother him.
And like honestly, I think I give off a vibe sometimes. I don't mean to do it, but like people really don't mess with me too much because I don't really talk to people. Like
it's probably because you just be to yourself, man.
Yeah, and I think because I know, like someone asked me the other day, I was like, Josh, how come you don't post your mama or your family on Facebook? And I was like, man, I was like, why I don't do it? Because like I know how I get over them. Like if somebody gets sideways and like that's like a hair trigger thing. So
no, I definitely understand. Yeah.
I feel like when I'm in person or out and about, like I know like if they want like people like they think they want the smoke until they get the fucking smoke.
That's America, man. That's life in general.
So to not get involved in that whole thing, it's just like you really don't want to engage.
But as a fighter, like you can't even fight really, right? Or you can. Like legally, I thought that people that box or something, y'all can't fight in public. Y'all can't.
Yeah, you can, but like think about it like
Your hand's not licensed?
No, I'm a grappler, so like
okay.
you're held to like a higher standard.
So if you say you choke them, it's different then. If you just fight somebody, it's okay, but if you choke somebody, you in trouble.
Man, if anybody chokes anybody, they're in trouble.
No, but but you being a grappler, like it's not like if I choke somebody and then you choke somebody, we both get the same amount of trouble.
Like if I went to court over, like a boxer is held to a higher standard, right? Any fighter is held to a higher standard because they.
You're not a fighter. You just train. You're not a fighter per se.
I mean, that's a whole argument in itself. Like, is boxing this? Is I mean, here's the difference between most of these arts, right?
Could you beat up Jake Paul?
I would take Jake Paul.
You can beat him up?
Yeah.
You sure you can beat him up?
Sure.
Did you see the fight last night?
Yes.
He knocked somebody out?
Yeah. I won't have to knock him out, though. I'll just double leg him.
Oh, boy.
He can't grapple. Like, that's the thing.
But as a boxing fight, though, they had, right?
Yeah.
So he probably beat you in boxing then?
Yeah. He beat me in boxing. But not...
You kept it a buck. I can rock with you.
Him and Tyrone, like, did a real fight. He'd kill him.
Who?
Tyrone Woodley.
Oh, like UFC grappling,
like
all that stuff.
Real fight. Like they isolated. Like jiu-jitsu is trained to do one thing. Like the whole idea of jiu-jitsu is to use a body to kill a body. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of
boxing
sense.
is not designed to kill people. Like like that is the essence of a choke, is to eliminate the threat, like completely.
Well, I mean, I want to get back to the business side of things just real quick. So I know you on your own now. You're doing your own thing. You know, just you. What's your plans to grow? Like plans to grow, plans to compete, plans to, have Sherills out there versus Orkin, Borden, whoever else.
Man, I think
Raid. How you gonna compete with Raid?
I can't compete with Raid. I don't know what's it. Man, that Raid that's some real stuff. No, I think like my plan to compete is real simple. Like for one, I'm not gonna compete with nobody else. Like at the end of the day, when I wake up, like last week or this week here, this is my 13th meeting this week. I met you twice and then 11 meetings in between, right? And all of them had the same goal: grow, right? Help me grow, and then help them grow, right?
Right.
So I think like that's gonna be my biggest thing. And then, man, I think that I need like the people that I'm gonna have at the table with me. Like they're on my team and essentially they're on my payroll because I pay them to do things and then they pay me to do things, right?
Right.
And these people are really smart. And so that's really the thing. And then mostly just reputation, referrals.
I feel like when you say reputation though, and I think about some of the stuff you said, whether it was on air, off air, just your morals, your values, and things you hold dear to you, as far as how you're going to do business, whether it's I'm losing business because I'm telling you what's right, or I'm gaining business because I'm telling you what's right, regardless of what. If you keep them same value, I think your reputation will grow and it'll grow and it'll grow more. And once word of mouth start to get out, I don't see why you can't grow or take over if you stick to them core values. And that's, we see a lot of companies do it. I'm in a company that do it. The core values in 2008 might be this. In 2012 they this, in 2016 they that, and it's like it changed because that dollar really.
Yeah,
I mean they can change it for the better because people can word stuff the right way, but technically speaking, 9 times out of 10, the morals and values you come into something with is the ones you need to keep because those are the truer morals and values that you possess. Yeah,
if I was a sellout, and I've walked away from women worth millions of dollars that I could have married. If I was a sellout, I would have stayed where I was making hundreds.
Where they at now? You know they
I don't keep. Well, if I stayed in touch with them, I wouldn't. I'd still be in the same rut, right?
I don't need them. Let me just say that.
Nah. So I
just jokes, guys.
Yeah, no. I think like I think that like I know what my end goal is. My end goal is not to be a tycoon. My end goal is to grow a business so much that I can work for myself and do what I want in my free time. And my free time's training on the mat. Like it's not owning 50 houses because that's like I just want to train and be like ultimately with a family, right? And nothing fancy.
But you know what? Me and you talk off air about the American dream and things of that nature. But you know what? That's what it is for me. Like too, I want to do something where I'm financially comfortable, but can still spend time with my family, still live life. I don't need to have the biggest house, the most money in the world, the most successful business in the world. No, I just want to be able to be happy with what I'm doing. And I know if I'm financially, if I'm set okay there, and I can work, and I can still be a part of my family and do things that I like to do or I love to do, which is which all just equal to enjoying life.
Yeah.
That's the dream for me. It's not about, I don't have to have my house paid off by 30. I don't have to be 30 in a big home. I don't have to, I'll be in an apartment. If I'm happy, I'm happy. I don't care.
That's it, man.
That's my American dream.
That's the goal of mine as well. I'm not trying to be a tycoon. Like anyone that knows me knows that. I mean,
don't get me wrong. If it happens, cool. I'm not. If it happens, it happens. But that's never the goal.
Yeah.
But normally, like with anything, you set out and you set yourself and you just put the work in.
That's it.
Nine times out of 10, you have to start making goals because you already got stride somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's okay to go into something making goals, but like even with this podcast, I didn't have no necessarily goals of it. I just was doing it because I like to do it.
Yeah.
I started making goals because things started to change, but my work ethic stayed the same.
That's it,
you know.
man.
So same thing, I can see that. I think that's I think that's a big thing that people don't talk about a lot.
Yeah.
Not everybody has this dream of owning all of this or being this famous or this rich.
Nah.
Happiness.
That's really what it boils down to me because like I came from nothing, man. Like nothing. And so
Y'all get you a shirt, man.
I got
came from nothing shirt. Man.
I came from nothing shirt. No, so like the whole goal is to just make like and like when I look back when I'm 90 and on my deathbed, I want to say, you know what, man, like I did it the right way, and I wasn't a sellout. Like when I look at other people, like I know like when I talk to them, like they can't sleep good at night, and like they don't lose no sleep, not over this.
Word.
So
that's also happiness, not losing no sleep. Jesus Christ.
That's it, man.
I need to write a list of things that's happiness and just talk about them.
Yeah.
That's my next thinking out loud probably. I want to get happy in 2022. Well, let me ask you this because this is another question I have. Is there any infestation that you can't fix?
Nope. I can get them all.
Every single thing.
Everything.
Any infestation.
Man,
no matter what it is.
Somebody tagged me on something this morning. I asked him, I was like, man, where the fuck is this at? And I don't know where it was, but it was like hundreds of mice running around. And I was like, on my way over here, I was like, man, how would I have gotten that? And I would have gotten them. Oh, yeah.
100 mice. You think you can get all of them?
I can get them all.
How much is it? I mean, I got my own questions. How much is a do I say a mice job or mouse job? Mice job. How much is a mice job?
So
I feel like, not you.
Yeah.
I know about Sherill's. I know Sherill's got morals and values. I know that now.
Yeah.
And expectations. But Borden and other places, I know for a fact that they will long ball you.
Sure.
We got to come and do. They might ask all the questions like where it's at. This is okay. I come out and do a couple treatments, about 4 treatments. How you know how many I got?
Yeah.
You don't know how many I got. You tell me about 10 treatments. I got one mouse in here.
Yeah.
I don't need 10 treatments, man.
I rode with this company in between leaving and start my own, and this guy was an exceptional salesman. He impressed me. And
Flawless?
Nah, he had flaws.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't
Gotcha.
ethical. He was selling these people for mice control, this stuff that costs like thousands of dollars. Like the fact about mice is you can't keep them out the house. There's no way. I make it fit in incredibly small things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like
It's all a scheme.
Yeah, yesterday at my friend's house, and he was complaining about his new hardwood floors that he put in. He showed me a picture. Before it, there was carpet, and there was a hole in the floor someone was running cable up from. You can't see that. It's under the carpet, right?
Right.
So when people are like, how do you can't keep mice out with that. You have to do a treatment program.
Because they can go through that. They don't have bones, right? If I'm mistaken.
Yeah, what they do, they just like their shoulder girdle moves differently than ours.
They can get through small holes, though.
Oh, yeah. So like anyone, man, here's the thing. A lot of these, here's the facts. All right, did I want to be in the bug industry?
Well,
Not when I first started.
When you was younger, you did, though. You picked up cockroaches and gave them some.
Yeah, but like when I applied there, I didn't even know, right?
Right.
So like most of the people in this industry are doing it for a paycheck, just like police and all these other. I mean, most people, are they really doing what they want to do in life? If you
Be
think
careful
about
on
it.
the police thing now.
I don't care. Most people aren't doing what they want to do, and for the longest, I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. I own that, but. So like and a lot of the people in the industry, they're not like the most social people. They tend to be like introverted, and I mean they're bug guys, right?
Right.
So
right.
they're doing the best they can, but I don't know if they have the interest of the client in their best at the forefront of their goal.
It's a money scheme. But and I will say this: if your goals, morals, values, whatever, go into money, I'm not knocking you because it's America.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, the other person going to do
That's
it.
it.
But it's also this is a system of checks and balances. Mm-hmm. So for every you, there's about 5 more money scheme people that's like, listen, I can do for 400.
Yeah.
I can do it for this. Just pay me this, and they gonna get over on you.
You know what though? You know
That's
what I tell customers is, and I mean this, is they like when I hear what the competitor told them, I said, well, they wouldn't say that if I was standing here with them. You know why? Because I can hold them. Well, because I know more than they do, and I know they know that too. Like you can. All right. So with anything, right? Like you work anywhere you work, you're gonna know more than the consumer does because you're in the industry. But where do you rank in the industry? Are you in the top 10% of your industry, right? Like I can fight, but where do I rank amongst fighters?
Right.
Top 10%, bottom 90. You see what I'm getting at?
Right.
So it's very easy to come across to be the smartest person in the room with a customer.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
In retail. So like I said, when I talk about stuff sometimes, I might not know nothing about it. I might know 3 things. I can make you feel like I know 10 though. Because you know 0.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? And
So,
I can make it seem like what I'm saying is good. No, because we gotta do this and then you gotta do that. That stuff we ain't gotta do, but you don't know that because you don't know nothing about this industry.
You posted a video of this old white guy one time in Lowe's.
That's my new stars. That he was out of pocket.
So funny. I was like, I already knew what was going on.
Nah, he was mad, but to his point, like I said, I know more about this than him.
Right.
But I will say this. I can say this now because it's over. But
sure,
he was right. Like I wasn't wrong, but he was right. They did owe money, a lot of money too, and I felt so bad for him because they pretty much told him like, hey, we'll give you a $1,500 credit. Oh, sorry, $150 credit. They owed him $1,500.
Oh, I got you.
And I felt so bad. I'm like, damn, that's messed up. But like I said, when you don't know what's going on, and I'm gonna get my lawyer. I said, you might need to get your lawyer, man. You might need to get it because we can help you. But nah. I agree with you. I do think that a lot of times, and in any industry, bugs. Same thing with cars. I probably say tell women don't go take your dad with you or take somebody with you because you want to get an oil change. Oh, okay, $400. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's not how much it costs.
Right.
But because you don't know about car, I'm gonna say, well, I gotta change the tires. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. You're like, oh, okay, cool. That makes sense then.
Yeah.
But really, no, it's 100 max these days.
Nah,
oil change.
That's a thing that I realized, like when I come up, like as I'm trying to grow, is like, where do I draw the line at? And I said, you know what? I'm gonna keep the line where I've always had it. I'm not changing anything. Like
keep that up. That's something. But that's a hard thing to keep up when you are out here alone and you are, even though you're not competing every day with these companies and the entities.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, every job you gain is a job they lost, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Every job you lose is a job they gain. So it's always gonna be that you're gonna be faced with that decision every day. Like, do I sell myself short? Do I take the less money this time because I just want the job?
Yep.
So it's always gonna be. And then if you take less money at one time and you see somebody got a lot of money, do I use this customer to make up for that customer? You know, so it's always gonna be that.
Yeah.
And I think that just looking at you and talking to you from on and off the mic, that you somebody who hold the morals and values dear to you. So I don't see,
Yeah, because like there's gonna come a time where like I have to have a disagreement with somebody, right? And I knew like every moment up to that disagreement I might have to have with this person, because I think I'm gonna have a disagreement tomorrow with this lady I'm meeting in the morning. And it's
bad energy, man. You gonna have a great meeting, trust me.
No, I can sense her, but it's okay. I'm gonna be me, right? But I know if I have to tell her something that makes her uncomfortable, I'm gonna be okay with that,
right?
Because like I've made people comfortable every moment I can up to this point. You see what I'm saying? And like when it comes to the moment where it's like, hey, Josh, this is gonna make you uncomfortable doing this to this person, I have to sit there and say, you know what? But this is the right thing to do. It's the honest thing to do. You know how uncomfortable it is telling somebody to clean their house?
Nah.
How you
That's
do that?
crazy.
Think about it. How you do that tactfully, politely, right? You got to be real gentle. So
yeah, so try it on me. Can you try it?
All right. So if I walk in and I'm like, first of all,
I got roaches everywhere. I got chips on the floor.
No,
I ain't vacuum.
But I make them uncomfortable as soon as I walk in. I'm like, you got roaches in here? And I start sniffing. Dude, this shit works. Because you really can't smell them, right? So, like, especially when I get near certain things.
So you go in there, smell like roach.
No. I walk in, I'm like, man, I can smell them. And so I'm like, and then I look at the chips and everything, and I do my little routine. And at the end, I ask them 2 questions. I'm like, this is what I did with my uncle now. I said, what's your goal? I was like, you want them gone or you want to just keep paying me X amount of money per month forever? Because I want them gone. I'm like, oh, if you want them gone, this is what you got to do. And I'm gonna come back in a week, and you gotta do A, B, and C. You gotta pull the fridge out, do some stuff behind there for me, and do these other things. If you don't, I'm not coming back to treat.
So you tell them pretty much you gotta clean your house from top to bottom.
Clean your house, all kind of stuff, man. I give them a list.
Clorox, bleach this, vacuum that, scrub this, wipe this down. Just throw this shit away right here.
Throw this away.
Buy a new microwave.
Man.
That ain't gonna work. Throw them dishes out.
Man, I tell them.
Buy your new living room.
Nah, I don't. I try not. Look,
I'll be back next week.
Look, let me tell you what these companies do. They're so bad at doing the treatment for bed bugs. Like a mattress ain't cheap, man. So these bed bugs, these guys, they're not good at getting rid of them. So they're like, well, you got to throw the mattress away and then we'll treat. If you're good at what you're doing, you don't throw nothing away. Why? You kill them all. So you're going to make them pay for a new mattress and the treatment? That ain't cool, man. Just kill them motherfuckers.
That should be your slogan. That's Sherill's Pest Control. Just kill them motherfuckers.
Man, that's all you got to do. So,
like, I know you talk about having a network of people. So, like, who,
yeah.
Well, who's in your preferred network of people, and why did you come up with this?
Yeah. So, right now, I have to be careful. I can't say too much because people. I got some ghost followers. You know what a ghost follower is?
Nah, a dead follower, I guess.
No. Might
Somewhat,
as well be. Yeah. Somebody that like they watch your posts, but they don't. They're not your friend, or they are your friend and they never like them.
Oh, I got people that's not friends with me on Facebook, and I be blocked or something, but they keep seeing my posts. So maybe is that a ghost follow?
Yeah, that's a ghost follow too.
Okay,
basically
gotcha.
it's a fancy word for haters. So I got to be careful with. But no, like, so here's the people in my network now, and here's what I'm looking for. So I deal with realtors, like good ones too, big ones. I don't want like I'll deal with the small ones that can, that's just getting in it, but honestly they don't send me enough volume to like. It's an energy thing, really. But like I like realtors, and I deal with a lot of investors, like people that own multiple properties. And the other thing I'm trying to keep.
But that helps you out in the long run, like.
Oh yeah.
I seen through that soon as you said it. Yeah, properties. Oh, need somebody to clean it.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a.
It's America. I rock with it. It's America.
Yeah, but like the crazy thing about my network is. Like someone will call me. The other day I had this meeting after I met with you. This lady inboxed me. She said, "Josh, can we meet?" I said, "Sure." I'm not making this up. She came from Cali, and she's licensed in Cali and she's licensed in Georgia. And she said, we were just talking, and she was like, "I need A, B, and C." Right then and there, I sent a text. I said, "I can get you a lender, your loan officer that you can deal with." Right? And I sent that text, and she needed a logo. She needed a mover. And she needed a place to host her event for up to 100 people. Within an hour, it was handled. But she named one, and I was like, you don't want the guy that I heard of. But like everyone I sent her, I personally used, right? I know them, that I trust them. And I knew when I sent the text, I'm like, hey, can you call her? She wants to do business with you. And can you talk to her? They handled it, right? So like... She messaged me later saying, "Thank you, Josh, for being able to do that." But like a lot of times I see these people like networking with people, man, they don't even do fucking business with them. They're full of shit. Right. They don't. I'm like, they don't want to text.
It's all for show and just act like you're doing something. It's filler. Like, let me act like I'm busy. Let me act like I'm out here doing this.
People that tag me, man, like I've done business with them. Like I've helped them. Like I don't want no one tagging me because I'm not. That's fake, man. Like I don't want to be in that circle of people. Like fuck them people. Like them people. Nah, man. Like I don't want to ever be in that. Like I don't want them kind of people in my life. So like
real support.
I want it because it's sustainable.
Everything genuine.
It's all real.
Because you know what happens sometimes you fall out somebody like, I never dealt with that person. I just knew him.
That's it. Like when they deal with me, I'm like, yeah, he's real. And that's that.
Whether you fall out or not, it's so genuine that your name can't be stained.
That's it. And I feel good about that. So like, don't tag me if we never done business together. And like anyone that tags me or that sends me a referral, I had a referral on the way here.
Pop your collar, man. I'm talking about.
No, I'm just saying it's just because he knows how I've helped him before.
Good business, though.
Yeah, and that's all it is, and they know if they call me, within 3 minutes I had a schedule.
Right.
I called her immediately.
Nah, I think I think I'm glad we did this over. So I think you spoke more about a lot of stuff too, and I think that it's more educational as well. even if somebody don't necessarily pick you, they have a good reason as to what they're going to pick. You know what I'm saying? Because some people might like the lawn. They might want to clean their house. Somebody might want to clean their house.
Yeah.
I ain't going to him. My house too dirty. I ain't cleaning my house.
Yeah.
You know, but I do think it's a lot that goes into this pest control business that we don't know about.
Right.
You know, good at the pros and cons, whether you're getting played or whether, you know what I'm saying, you playing the person. So,
yeah. And most of the time, it is the homeowner's fault that they got these issues. It's just because, I mean, before I got into bug business, I never had pest control in my house. But, I mean, I never had roaches, right? But some people don't even have issues. They just don't want to ever see a bug, right? So most customers are actually like that. But
some people see one, they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yo, you just I seen one, so that means it's 30. You know, it's like we got these sayings. If it's one, it's more.
Yeah, I'll tell you the motherfuckers that grind my gears, man.
Oh, tell me what grinds your gears.
Man, they'll call me, right? Now, mind you, a mouse can get in just about any hole. So, of course, a roach, being smaller, can do the same thing.
Right.
So they'll call me. They're like, Josh, I need you to come back out to my house. I'm like, okay, well, what's the deal? And they're like, well, we got roaches in the house. And I'm like, the first question I ask them, are they big or small? Because there's two different problems. They're like, oh, they're the big ones. I'm like, but they're upside down and they're dead. So I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? They're like, well, you need to come out here and treat them. I'm like, well, if they're upside down and dead, it's working.
Sweep it up and call it a day.
What you want? Well, I can't kill it no more, man. What you want me to do? And they're like, well, they're getting in the house. I'm like, well, by the time because a roach can run like 5 feet a second. So it takes a minute for them to die once they hit the chemical.
Right.
And yeah, but I don't, you know what I did to fix that? I educated my customers. Like, dude, this is good.
See, I'm not that I'm dirty, but places I've been, I've seen roaches a lot in my life.
Yeah. I
can always tell when they about to die too. You could just tell in how they walking or crawling that they about to go.
Man, and if you, like, anybody watching this, if they got those, and I'm gonna tell you right now, when people inbox me, if I go to their house, like, it's extreme. It never leaves those four walls, like what I see. Mm-hmm. Like the cleanliness, because there's a level of like anonymity with it. Like you don't do that.
Right.
So
I mean, it's just good business too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because last thing you want somebody to say, who house is that? Oh, this is Sherill's from that. Oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know.
But most of the videos I post, the owners comment on the damn thing. I'm like, all right, y'all.
But you in the attic, and now I never seen no house that's like super dirty. It's just the things. It's not. I never look at the house. I'm looking at what you want us focused on. You know.
Yep. Yeah. So. And that's my whole thing is like, I want the 30-second video that's gonna catch your attention. Right.
So yeah, that's dope, man. Well, sign us out. Tell us like where they can find you, how to get in contact with you. Whether you got a number, Facebook, website, all that stuff.
Yep. So the website, I just paid for it yesterday, so it's coming. Like it's gonna be live anytime soon, and it'll be SherrillsPestSolutions.com. But yeah, if you need anything, if you got any questions, like you can inbox me anytime on Facebook, or you can call me 706-394-1658. I have a 24-hour turnaround time. If you call me, I get out there. And then if you just have questions, you can call me too. If I can help you, let me know. It's Sherrill's Pest Solutions.
All right, man. This was dope. I liked it. I wish you nothing but the best. You know what I'm saying? Kill them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I wish you the best. I think that you got good morals and values as a person, just in general, but especially for this business. And yeah, if you flawless like you say you are, then yeah. I think in no time, you'll be up and running. Facts. How you should be. So
you will too.
I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get flawless like you.
Nah, man.
I can't even talk the right way half the time, you know what I'm saying? I talk like Waterboy. That's why they call me Bible shit. My daughter gave me that name, man.
Oh, really? I got you.
We watched it one morning, and she was like, Dad, he talk like you. So instantly on Facebook and just change my name Bible shit. I ain't never changed it back since.
Gotcha. Nah, that's a good name.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, though, man. This is dope, you know what I'm saying?
Really.
Strong handshake, definitely fighter.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But we out, man. One Masters Podcast.
Thank you.